Welcome to my channel, Beyond the Call. My name is Gomit Wandera George. I'm a minister of the word, a teacher by profession. Today, I want to thank you so much for joining me for another episode. And we want to talk about choosing the right school for your child. This is always a headache to many parents when their children turn the school going year, and they need some sort of expertise to be able to get the right school. So the right school for your child can make or destroy the child's successful academic career. If you realize that your child is in a wrong school, by the time you realize, it may be too late. And many parents are always left in quandary over how to choose the best environment for children. It is important to know what to look for in a school to ensure that your child's individual needs are met. So I want to give you some 2 steps. Then we are going to look at the factors or the things that you need to look at. The step number 1 is to pay a visit. Remember that quite a large part of your child's life will be spent in school. The school will serve as the social entity where the behavior of this particular child is going to be made. And so, as a parent, do not depend upon the information from a third party. Visit the school. When you visit the school, here you are going to meet the faculty, you are going to meet the teachers, you are going to meet the workers, you are going to come in contact with the infrastructure of this school. And given that you know the needs of your child, or you understand your child better, you are able to assess and know that my child can be able to learn in this particular school. You will also have to talk to the principal of that school, the head teacher, or the person that is in charge. Is he or she qualified enough to run? Does he or she understand the management of that particular school? And therefore, you will know that my child is safe. And before you visit this school, as a parent, another very important step is to sit down, the 2 of you, couple, the mother and the father, and come up with some questions or some questionnaires that you are going to relay when you meet the principal, when you meet the faculty, when you meet the teachers, even when you meet parents who have children in that particular school. So prepare some questions to ask the principal, to ask the teachers. And some of these questions may include, are the teachers trained in this particular school? Just ask. You can also know a teacher who is trained, a teacher who is not trained. Can they support, can they monitor your child? Also, the other important thing is how are behavior problems handled? Does the school, how do they punish the child? How do they correct mistakes? Is it in line with the child rights? Because there are some schools where you find out that they administer corporal punishment, which is against the rights of the child. So look at that also. And of course, which curriculum, like as we speak now, there are schools which are offering 3 curriculums, and you may need your child to be smart in the British curriculum. Is this school offering that? Competence-based curriculum, is this school offering that? Or 844, your child is in the classes that they offer 844, is this particular school, so that after you have administered or the child has been given an admission letter, you thereafter realize that this particular school is not offering this curriculum, it becomes very bad. So I want to take you through the important factors to consider or to look for before admitting your child in any given school. They are 4 in number. And once you go through them, of course, there are other many, but these are the very important ones. Number 1 is the management. When I talk about the management of the school, these are the actual workforce behind the school management. Do they have the relevant educational background? There are people who go to school, business, for the sake of money. They count the number of pupils, they multiply by the amount of money they want to charge, and they say, wow, I'm going to be a rich person. But they do not have the educational background. They do not have experience. If a teacher has an experience, then that teacher has the right skills, to handle the emerging challenges that can be in that particular student. So look for a management that is trustworthy, the management that is very, very stable. Point number 2, to look for another important factor is the curriculum. What is curriculum? Curriculum are the day-to-day experiences that the child is going to be taken through. And there are 2 aspects here. There is the curriculum in class and there is the curriculum outside class. The curriculum in class is the one that has been approved by the ministry of that particular country. Make sure that this child, the particular school is offering the right curriculum. And of course, there is this other curriculum outside the class, what we call the core curricular activities. They are very important because this one, they enable the school of the teachers to be able to realize the things that God has hidden, the inner talents in this particular child. So your child could have interest in swimming, and you are taking her or him to a school which does not have swimming. So you are suppressing this talent. Your child could be good in music. Take him or her to a school that offers music. The child could be good in taekwondo. You could have seen a child who has developed an interest in martial arts and several fields. So kindly, as a parent, ensure that your child goes to a school that offers that. So the right curriculum covers 4 areas. Here we shall have life skills. We also have thinking skills. That is the cognitive development of the particular child. The right curriculum also will cover on the personality development of the child. The personality development of the child, because we are looking at children who can stand before people and express themselves. The children who can go beyond borders and express themselves, and also the language conversation. Point number 2, when you are looking for a right school for your child, is the location and timing. The location should be accessible. It should be within reach. The child should not spend long time going to school and coming back. We don't want the child leaves the house before 6. The child comes back at 8 o'clock in the name of going to school. It strains that child. And if you are far from the school, then does the school offer the transport that can carry your child from home? So accessibility is very important. It should be somewhere that in case you are called, in an emergency situation, the school is within reach. Not that the school is far away, that whenever you are called, it becomes a problem. Number 3, safety and security. When I talk about safety and security, it means that all the domains of the child, they are safe in terms of the cognitive development, the language, the physical, the spiritual. All these aspects are well catered for. A safe environment creates an open space for children to explore, to learn, and to be able to grow. Take your child to the school with the most experienced hands so that this child is safe, this child is secure, even in the mind, not a place where when the child is psychologically tortured, in an environment which the child is not comfortable. And try also to ask the child, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable in that particular environment? Let the child give you his or her thinking towards that school. And lastly, very important, the quality of the teachers. This is very, very important. Remember, between 7 to around 5 or 4, this child is going to be in the hands of these particular teachers. You will only have 3 hours when you are from work, some very few hours. Much of the time is spent with the teachers. So the teachers must be of quality and not just in terms of the quantity. Are they qualified? Do they have the rightful experience? Can they handle children? Not somebody who is just in the education field for the sake of it because he could not or she could not do any other thing. So are the teachers dynamic? Are the teachers dynamic? What is their attitude towards the children? Is it positive? Is it good? Are they warm? Are they caring? Do they love children? Do they love what they do? Not a teacher who is ashamed of the children or of the work, who doesn't want to identify him or herself with the teaching profession. What is the ratio, the teacher-children ratio? We are looking at my child who has to be handled in a way that the individual needs are met. My child may have some may be able differently, and for that case should be in the care of a teacher who understands him. So there's a case where a parent had a child who was able differently. The child was suffering from autism, went to a school, and without answering much, asking so many the questions that were relevant, needed, whether the school could admit this child, actually went ahead, paid the school fees. The school fees was not that cheap. It was some good money. And after these parents had admitted this child to this particular school, they were called and told that, parent, we cannot handle your child. It's very bad. What are we telling this child? And this child will be depressed. This child will not be comfortable. So as a parent, I kindly wish that you go through some of these factors before your daughter or your son joins that particular school. Don't take your child to school just because everybody is embracing, everybody is talking about it. Don't look at the results of the final years. That alone should not be the reason why you are taking that child to school. Look at the individual needs of your child. Is my child able differently? Is my child able differently? Is he gifted and talented? And so, in this particular school, are the needs, the individual needs of my child, are they going to be taken care of? And for that, you will bring up children that have the rightful life skills to face the challenges of 21st century. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Just give a comment, and in case you need individualized talks, you can also get in touch with me. My cell phone number is 0723 477 498. May God bless you. May God bless you, and please let us bring up God-fearing children. Thank you.